Welcome all to Pluto Science. Today I'm going to discuss a very important topic of the geography, which is geomorphic process. And in geomorphic process, there is important part of it, which is weathering. If I talk about weathering, they are categorized into three types: chemical weathering, physical, and biological. Today we are going to discuss only about biological. If I go with a definition, then what is biological weathering? It says that it breaks down the rocks through living organism, with the key examples being tree roots. So what happens as the tree and the different type of plants develop on the rocks, then the roots which extends in the rocks make the ground for the disintegration of the rocks. Apart from that, there is another microorganism which is present, like lichens. They are majorly responsible for secreting the chemical substances, and they create the chemical substances which can further disintegrate the rocks. And apart from that, this all lead to physical disintegration and chemical alterations. Decomposition, disintegration, that we have discussed. Living organisms produce different kind of organic acids. If I talk about the organic acids, then what kind of organic acids are produced by the organism? The first is humic, bacterial, microphonal, produced by organic materials. Apart from that, we have fulvic, humic, derived from peat, which play a very important role in the disintegration of the rocks. And then, now if I try to explain the biological weathering in detail, it can be divided into three types. One is your floral weathering, faunal weathering, and anthropogenic weathering. In faunal weathering, in floral weathering, what is happening? The plants are responsible. The major reason for that is extended roots, creating the disintegration of rocks, and this further creates the situation where the weathered rocks are moving over to the unweathered rocks, which we call it as regolith, which is known as regolith. When your weathered rocks are consolidated over unweathered rock particles, this is called regolith. Apart from that, in faunal, who are responsible for it? For example, there are some birding animals. Now, these animals, such as rabbits, fox, etc., what they do? They create a living space for themselves and try to disintegrate the rocks. This is very important, that faunal weathering is done through various type of organisms who try to find their living spaces. In fact, in the search of some of worms, they try to bury them, and while burying them, when they are doing for their living space, for creating a space for themselves, they tend to weaken the soil particle, and when they weaken them, they try to disintegrate the rocks. Apart from that, we have an anthropogenic weathering. In anthropogenic weathering, human activities are involved. For example, mining extract, quarrying, construction, all these activities are involved which are done by the humans. Now, what would be the effect of this biological weathering? The effect of biological weathering is good and bad at the same time. But the point is, when we talk about the anthropogenic activity, it is completely a bane for the earth. Why it is bane for the earth? Reason being, because the soil particles when loosen up, and whenever the floods are coming, the sedimentation is taking place over and over every year, it leads to the floods. It also creates a condition of catastrophic events in the densely populated areas. So this is a short topic on biological weathering. Thank you so much. I hope that you have understood this topic. I'll come up with another important topic of geography in the next video.